What up, folk? Boston Black PopsHotSauces.com. Today, I am so excited because we are actually going to get to change this ferment into our first Bet the Farm hot sauce. This is the first series of Bet the Farm hot sauce. This sauce is an extremely prolific blend of 17 different peppers. 17 different specialty peppers that we grow on our farms. We're really excited about this. I think this is going to be something special. It contains pretty and sweets, sweet heats, yellow scotch bonnets, red habaneros, Mayan yellow habaneros, white habaneros, Jamaican yellow habaneros, orange habaneros, Nubian twilights, orange cayenne, Bulgarian, no, black Hungarians, Hungarian carrots, Marachi hybrids, chocolate reapers, Trinidad scorpion sweets, and sweet minis. We think this is going to come out fabulous. First thing we're going to do is we're going to appreciate it visually and see what kind of aroma it's going to have. Before I do that, let me put on my gloves. Smell is beyond bold, beautiful, lovely. Now I'm noticing, first of all, before I even tell you what I'm noticing, absolutely no cam yeast, at least none that I can tell. Everything looks clean, smells beautifully, but I'm noticing that there, the brine has actually went down to here, so it's pressurized. Uh, During the fermentation process, carbon dioxide is created, and sometimes when there's a lot of pressure in the jar, or not even sometimes, a lot of times, it forces the brine. Carbon dioxide forces the brine out through the pressure relief valve, and you end up with less brine in it than you want it to have in the first place, or than you started with. Fortunately, in this case, absolutely no problems with the peppers not being underwater. Probably because the lack of oxygen still in the jar. But look, it's absolutely beautiful. Smells great. Okay, before I get any started, I'm gonna get set up. Okay, before I go any further, I'm gonna get set up, and we're gonna make this happen right now. Wait a minute. Okay, before we start filming, we make sure we wash and clean. We clean, wash, and sanitize everything. And now that I'm about to get started, I'll hit everything with vodka just to ensure that it is still sanitized. So now the first thing we want to start doing is separating our ingredients from our brine. Go ahead, we spray a strainer. Okay. Set this aside. I'm going to remove. Yeah, it's been there for a minute like this. I'm going to remove my seasoning pack, set it aside. Then I'm going to start by draining whatever brine that's in here out. Look at the peppers. Mm. Look and smell great. I'm gonna bring this up so you can see it a little better. I mean, look, it smells great. Okay, while I'm in this process, I'm gonna go ahead and start separating my whatever I'm gonna juice from my other ingredients, which is basically the carrots, the ginger, and any greens that I may have put into this sauce. Okay, now that we've gotten our main ingredients separated from what we're going to juice, I'll go ahead and I'll set up for my juicing process. Now, before I do that, we're going to test this brine to see what the pH is. Okay, anything that's below that's below 4.4 is considered shelf stable by the FDA. So we're looking for it to be somewhere between mid threes, and 4.4. It's reading exactly 4.0. Exactly 4.0. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to set up the juicer and start juicing so we can move on. In fact, I'm going to do it a little differently this time. Since we have so little brine, what we're going to do is we're going to measure that brine and just go ahead and put that in our sauce. Yeah, we only got 2 cups of brine. So we just immediately put that in. Close that up. Now we'll set up for the juicing and get that started. Okay. We're set up and ready to rock and roll. This is one of the things that separates us from most everybody else that's juicing. I mean, that's making hot sauce. The fact that we juice every ingredient that we put in our sauce that can be juiced, be juiced. And you'll see why in a minute. Generally, I'll start out with soft products, but in this case, we really don't have any soft. I mean, I guess the softest thing we're gonna have, is the parsnip. And it's not soft at all. When you juice your ingredients, you literally, when you cold press juice, you literally remove or you pull all the nutrients out with the juice and all you leave is pulp, fiber. And now you see the results. Look at this. Look at that. Basically, done pull all the flavor, all the nutrients, everything is pulled from, separated from the fiber, and it goes into the juice. And then we take the juice. Hang on. I don't want to make a mess here. So we'll take this and we'll separate this and use that as aromatics for some of our meals, and it'll go into the dry seasoning that we'll make afterwards. But look at that. I want to show you this. Before I do anything, I want to taste some first. Before I get rid of that. Now this ginger kicking. Woo! Ginger and then parsnip. Parsnip give it this really spicy flavor. Anyway, yeah, kicking. Look at that. Beautiful. Now we break out the big dog and we start chopping this down some and do our first blending process. Okay. From here, we're going to move right into our second blending process. Take half of it. Right now, we're sitting on 3 liters, so we'll take 1.5 liters, and we'll move into our second blending process and really bring it down. Okay. We just resanitized our blender with vodka. And now I'm gonna take 1.5 liters and pour into here of our sauce and pour it in here. Damn, that's right on it. Yeah. So with that in there, we'll just start to bringing it down. Okay, now, since we had so little brine, we're going to increase our vinegar content. We're going to use a cup of white, and I want to say a 1/2 cup balsamic. I'll start my blender again. And I pour. While this is blending down, I'll go ahead and I'll add my xanthan gum. The addition of the xanthan gum will help to keep everything together once I put it in the bottle. You'll still need to shake it, but this will aid in that process. We're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon in. We'll start the blender. Okay. Now it's time to taste it. This, as you can tell from my mask that I'm wearing, has some extremely hot peppers in it. Main one being not just the scorpion peppers. Although a scorpion sweet, you gotta forget about that sweet. That sweet don't mean nothing. I don't even know why they call it sweet, because it's not sweet. Extremely hot. But this got chocolate reapers in it. So you know what? It's way runnier than I want it to be. So let me adjust that. You're gonna taste it first. Normally I like my sauces thick, but to be honest with you, it may need to be like this. super runny. As thick as I like mine, but oh Lord. Smell is wonderful though. Got bite. Doing my best not to lick my lips. Try not to get uh, it's hot, but it's not that bad. I was really expecting the heat just to be over the top, but it's bearable. Flavor is immense. I mean, but when you got that many different peppers, I really wasn't expecting it not to be. Yeah, it's not unbearable at all. I was really trying not to lick my lips because I didn't feel like going through the torture of having my lips burned for the next 30 minutes. But no, it's not bad at all. It hit me. I tell you, it started like at the base of my throat. Well, not like right here, and then it just went straight up into my mouth. It wasn't an immediate hit either. I mean, first you catch the flavor, and then everything just came in afterwards. But it's not overpowering at all. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start the pasteurizing process for this, and then we'll taste it again after that. No, we're gonna go ahead and start the pasteurizing process. Once it gets pasteurized, we're gonna come back in and add some dry habaneros to just put that flavor over the top. Dry, fresh habaneros to put that flavor over the top. And it's not really going to do anything to the heat, I don't think. But it's just going to change that flavor profile just a little bit. And then we're going to rock and roll, bottle it. Let's make that happen now. Okay. My machine is reading 165. But we're going to double check it with our hand thermometer, just to be on the safe side. Actually 166. So now that we've reached temperature, I'm going to blend it one more time. Just for a few seconds. And then I'm going to check the pH. Now we're going to check the pH of the sauce. Looks wonderful, smells wonderful. Reading 3.9. The addition of the vinegar with that much vinegar, which is a lot for our sauces, about basically a half cup more than I normally would use. It brought down the pH by 1. Now I said I was going to add a half cup of habaneros, but I don't think I am. Dried habaneros. I think what I'm going to add, like a quarter cup. And it's just strictly to give it that fresh flavor from the freshly picked habaneros. I said a half cup. UK, US. It's actually a little bit more than a half cup. Just not sure I want to do this. So we'll let that blend through, and then we'll start again. Then we'll go ahead and set up for the bottling. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and pour the entire contents of the blender into this cup, for the simple fact that the measuring cup is a lot lighter than all this glass. Looks beautiful. I mean, it really looks beautiful. Smooth, nice color. Smell is phenomenal. And we'll go ahead and prep. To start to blend on the rest of it. Now we'll move to the bottling process. Basically, I have my mark here for just under 6 ounces. Take my sauce. Pour it to my mark. Funnel in the bottom. Raise it to give it air. Fill the bottom. Keep in mind that you need to fill it to the top, because when it cools, it'll drop. It's the first one. Do it again. There's my mark. Fill it to my mark. Woo, smell is outstanding. Fill my bottle. To the top. Yeah, made a little bit of mess. Okay. If you're not using a bottle filler, you're gonna make a mess. Period. No getting around that. So generally, I clean my bottles first. Any spill that's on the bottles, I get that out of the way. And then with a second paper towel, I go around the threads, cap threads, moving the paper towel every time I get to another bottle. Then I take my orifice, snap on my orifice, take my caps, spin them on. There you have it, folks. Hot sauces, Bet the Farm hot sauce. Thank you.